And we've been using a lot more different tools than usual.
Yeah, this is going to be completely handmade, no SVGs. It felt strange.
And just like, what on earth? This is so different.
I have to measure things on my own. I can't just type the number into Cricut.
Nope. Okay. Can't do it. Can't do it. We're going all manual this time around.
True, true. Okay, but before we get started, we have a couple things to announce. Of course, we are in March, which means, Jeremy, you want to tell them?
Cards for Cubs.
Ta-da!
If you guys don't know what Cards for Cubs is, it is our non-profit where we give cards, handmade cards specifically, to kids that are in foster care. So far, we've collected about 100,000 cards over the last now 4 events. So this is our 4th, yes. There's been lots and lots of different things that you guys have been making and sending. And if you want to sign up for that, please sign up on our website, cardsforcubs.org. Right? The way it works is that you'll make your cards, you'll bundle them in sets of 10. All of the information is in there. And you'll register. And then you ship them here. After you ship them here, we then send them out to foster care agencies around the U.S. We work with about 100 plus different ones. And from that point, they then help distribute those cards out to those in need.
Yeah, so it's really exciting. We had a kickoff 2 weeks ago now, so we are in the middle of Cards for Cubs right now.
Yes, indeed.
And we've got more information to come up, but until then, we can get started on our card. I don't think we have any other announcements today because Cards for Cubs took up all of our time.
Yes, it took a lot of time to put all that stuff together. But I do have one more thing to say here, and that is our current participant count. If you want to join one of the 1,103 volunteers that we have so far, and we also have 38,942 cards pledged.
Wow! Oh my gosh, that's so good. Thanks, you guys.
Yes, thank you so much.
All of our participants, we appreciate you. Super excited. And if you guys are, I know a lot of our audience, because at least me, are consider themselves more crafters versus card makers, or like, I guess you could say party decor is like our main audience, but that's why I'm here to try and show you guys. I'm doing all the research for card making to help you guys make some cards. But of course, we do have free card SVGs on our website if you want to, just go to do the SVGs. I was tempted. This card, although as simple as it seems to be on the outside, I went through it trying to get this card. I cut out so many different times. I stamped and just like, how can I make it better? But I came up with I just settled on this design, and I really like it actually. I think it's kind of cute.
Yes. It's very cute. Yes, it's very cute.
All right, and for the items, we've got. For paper right here, we got our cards. This is for our what's it called? Cards and envelopes, spray light cards and envelopes. And the sizing of this is 4.25 by 6.5, or is it 4.5 by 6.25?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think it's 4.5. Oh wait, measuring.
4.5.
Okay, 4.5 by 6.25. Just FYI. And so the rest of them, I didn't really, I could give you guys rough estimates, but because the white piece is the same as the card. But the other pieces, I just kind of was pushing them in to give it borders. So it looks like this.
Yes. And we're cutting those just normally through your little cutting slicers and things like that. No Cricut, no nothing. Again, all manual on this stuff.
Yeah, so I don't have the exact numbers because then it goes decimals. But that's the goal. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's I think what I kind of liked about that in some sense was it I didn't have to be exact.
Yes.
Point by point by point. But anyway, so we got our papers here. I've got the card, and then I've got just used white and one color that I liked, which was this blue. And then we'll also be using black stamped ink. and then a this is what's this called? It's embossing. ink.
Embossing. Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna be using a full stamp. So when I mean full, I mean like this is gonna cover the whole page. So it's not like just one itty bitty stamp, but like a nice big one, like that. And this little chalk baggie. This is what I have been advised to use by all the wonderful card makers out there. I'm gonna put that down for now. I think I just figured out how to use it, but I don't think. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you guys this later. I learned so much. I was really trying. And then a nice die cut, which is I used like this one with this nice and big window sort of thing. It's because I don't want the details to get lost. Because this is like a very liney.
Line-based card, yes.
Yeah, and then I use washi tape to hold things down, and embossing powder. I'm using black embossing powder, as well as a heat gun.
And of course,
we're gonna stick it all together with Vernier glue. And we have the die cutting machine as well.
Yes.
Because, we got a die cut.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, I'm excited.
All right.
Okay, guys. Oh, boy. So I already cut the papers out. Scoot things around a little bit. So I'm not going to glue anything out until kind of the end. So I'm going to put my bare light glue aside for now and my card. And then I've got this white sheet, bigger, the medium blue, and the smaller white. Now for each one, we have to die cut each one. So basically this is going to be a process for you and me, just die cut. But what I did was I kind of placed it on, I think I picked the middle one to start out, and I put it in the center. And then I get my washi tape. And I put it center right about here. I'm going to go ahead and washi tape it down. I will say one thing though, that sometimes the washi tape does tear the paper a little bit. I think when you like run it through the die cut several times, it presses it more, and so it kind of makes it hard to. So just don't go over. Like that's what I was doing. I was like going back and forth and back and forth.
Just one time will cut out. All right.
All right. I'm putting that there, and then I taped the die cut down, so I'm not going to tape the paper down.
Yes. Then we'll put this on here, and we'll run it through the machine, just like that. Alrighty. Boop. And again, we're just going to go once through it, and then call it good, because that's all it needs. There we go.
Ta-da!
And then we have our first cut. Look at that.
Oh my God,
There we came out.
We did it. All right, now before I move it. All right, now how did I do? Okay, I'm trying to run back because I did this several times, several different ways, honestly. Okay, so actually, because I'm going to want it to center up with the next paper. And this is how I did it. Personally, I centered it on my white paper. And then I taped it again onto the white paper. And like this.
And right on top of it.
And right on top, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and run it like this.
Okay.
Right there. And then I went ahead and put a little extra washi tape so I didn't move around too much.
Got it. All right, then we'll run the whole thing through again. If you guys haven't used these things before, you've got basically 3 different layers. I didn't even show you guys that. So you have this base layer that's here, and then you have these 2 pieces of acrylic, and you're pretty much just squeezing your card right in between those 2 pieces. And then you're running all of that straight through. It's relatively easy. Just kind of push it in, make sure it stays aligned, pull the handle, and then just crank it. Just make sure everything's aligned, because sometimes if you don't get it aligned, it gets a little weird, and then it makes cracky noises, and stuff happens.
You're really working you're like, I don't need to work out, I'm just going to die cut
exactly.
instead.
Just keep die cutting over and over again. Now, it's good if you have lots of die cuts and things, you're doing multiple cards over and over again, because then you can just cut all them out at once.
All right, I think this went all the way through. Hooray! Perfect. All right, now I'm going to carefully take the washi tape off. I try and bend it at an angle, and that's how it's worked for me most of the time coming off, without ripping the paper, or at least minimal damage.
Yes, indeed.
There we go. Okay.
And don't worry, guys, we're going to do it one more time as well, so if you didn't get it this time around, we'll show you again.
Now, of course, this project, as we've said, is not SVG. We are doing handmade 100% handmade.
Yes.
But if you're not ready to get a die cut machine or try this technique out specifically, you can of course always go to our website bailey.art and get free SVGs. And that is, let's see, you go on there, you pick the SVGs you want. We got a whole list. We got how many now? Like 300?
300 something.
300 something SVGs. And you can.
There's always more.
There's always more coming. You just click the ones you want and it'll add to your cart. And then you just check out and it will automatically download and also send an email. You have to put your email in. Send an email with those, a link to download them. And it'll automatically download once you press that link, if I'm correct. Yeah. So if you want SVGs, we got them. We also have cart SVGs, just a reminder. Okay, so now I've got these lined up good. Put this one aside. And then I've got this one to line up. All right, let's see. How did I do it? I did it this way. So I lined it up on this side.
Oh, I see. And then tape that, and then flip it over, and then put it through.
Precisely.
I see. So you use the first one, and then you're basically layering all the other ones on top of it and make sure that it cuts straight through everything.
Exactly.
Nice.
So I really want it to line up, otherwise the window's gonna look a little.
The window's not going to be quite a window anymore. Going to be a little cuckoo.
A little cuckoo. All right, gotta tape this down, flip it over, and I gotta tape down my die cut again. Snug as a
bug and rug.
Yes, precisely.
All right, get that going there. And so you're making sure that everything is all lined, and it doesn't matter really which side you're doing it, because you always just flip the paper around, right? And so you're doing it on that side, but you're going to cut it, and then we're going to flip it eventually.
I'm going to leave it like this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to cut straight down.
All right, sounds good.
Ta-da!
Line that up, run it back through the machine again, and we're using the oversized one too. You don't have to use the oversized one.
Yeah, there's some really cute smaller ones that would be good.
Too. If you don't want something that's this big and intimidating, it really isn't much, but.
Also, I mean, technically, you could do this sort of same technique with a SVG that you like.
Yes, you can.
Cutting up these. Just pick like the design you like, and then line all your pieces up on the design, on what's the software?
Yes.
Design Space, if it's Cricut. And I don't know what Silhouettes is called. Is it just Silhouette?
Yes, Silhouette. Yes, I think it's just called Silhouette.
All right, gently, and now I lined up. Whoops, it's still. Oh, that's right. I put washi tape on this.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. I used washi tape so it would be easier to remove versus regular tape. Just, in case you guys didn't know that already, because I definitely didn't know that when I first started using washi tape.
That's the whole point.
I thought that was like, yeah, I didn't know. I thought you just it was stuck on there forever, sort of thing.
On you.
All right. Okay, so now I've got my 3 pieces here.
All right, and then one more, right?
Yes, we've got the card itself. So this is lined up. And this is backwards. There you go. Ta-da!
Very
Okay,
nice.
so next, because we want it to go all the way through the card, we are going to have to cut it out from the card itself. Like that. So right now you see it's blocking. And you could leave it like this, but I want the window. So I'm going to go ahead and get this last piece instead of the middle piece, because it's going to line up perfectly already.
Oh, I see, yes. You don't have to actually move it around or anything.
Yeah, I'm going to open the card up because that's where I'm going to tape it down.
So there's a lot of just kind of taping it down, lining up everything, using the die cuts. Exactly. I see. Yeah, I can't wait to use the embossing.
I know. I like embossing. Yes. I do. And it's really cool. I like embossing powder because you can use it on any craft. If you stamp an embossing powder, you can really make things pop.
And I get to use the heat gun.
That too.
It's all about the heat gun. Just saying.
All right. This one. Whoops.
All right. Gotcha.
And let me put the die cut on one more time for this project.
Very nice.
A lot of washi tape today.
Yes, a lot of washi tape.
Ta-da.
Washi tape.
Washi tape. Okay, and through the machine.
All right.
Ta-da.
Put that down there, like so. And then push it through. It's because I put it in this way, because it's a little thicker this way. Chunk. I just made that look a lot harder than it actually was. It's not that hard. I just lost it. All right. And you have that right there, ready to go. And you can tell our panels here a little used. We used them a lot for Cards for Cubs.
Thank you.
All right, there we go.
All right, and that should do it for cutting things out. We'll use the stamps next. But first, I think, Jeremy, you have to catch up a lot.
Yes, I do. I have to go back and do exactly what Andrea did. So we have to do it round 2 now that I'm an expert at this. Thanks to Andrea.
Hello. All right, let me get you this.
I need the die cut first.
I know.
We only have one die cut for this particular card.
Yeah, we have other flower ones, but they didn't have that nicely big window piece that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with this one.
I see.
All right,
I'll take that.
Here you go.
All right, so let's see if I remember, right? Okay, so the first one, we put it down on the small card here, like that. And I'm going to use a different washi tape here. I'm actually going to unstick it a little bit. Just kind of mess with it, just like that. Gonna set this in the center. And then wherever we put this, it's going to be for all of them. So make sure you like where you put it. Okay, first one down. Put it down onto the acrylic there. Put your other acrylic on top of that. And run it through the machine. Always have to make sure that the machine itself is lined up, because if it's not lined up, it'll get a little crunchy.
Crunchy.
For lack of a better word. It'll kind of like hit the sides and not really want to go through the machine. You're like pressing on, like, what's going on? It's just because it's not aligned, so just make sure that's aligned. All right, again, boop, just like that. We have this. We'll pop this little sucker out there and very carefully remove that washi tape. Just like Andrea said, even though it's washi tape, sometimes it gets a little more stickier than we anticipate.
Especially when you're smushing it.
Especially when you're smushing it. All right, and then we'll do the next one there, which is going to be our next size. All right, I'm going to line that up in the middle of that card like that. A little bit more washi tape, because we're going to attach the card to the card so that we're all lined.
Let's see. Hello, guys. Have not looked at Instagram yet. We do have a question, but something different. Nubian Queen says, can the glue be used on fabric?
Depends on what kind of fabric. It really depends on what type of fabric you're talking about. If it's anything that has like really fibrous, it's not like a tacky glue, because it's much thinner. We have someone on the design team that uses it on fabric for like small things and things that have like lots of what's the word? Like more like t-shirty material. But if it's like felt or something, it's not great for that, because it isn't tacky. Right.
So it just kind of gets soaked through?
Yeah, it kind of gets soaked through, yeah. So it depends on the quality of your fabric itself. For some, yes. For others, no. That's probably the best answer for it.
I would say definitely test
it first.
Test your glue first, because this is really what we usually for paper.
Yes.
So I haven't used it on a lot of fabric
primary
projects.
things. I've seen some people use it with wood, but again, it's not primarily a fabric. It's not primarily a wood.
Right.
Glue, right? They're all
paper.
Yes, primarily in paper. All right, so now I've got that. I'm going to very carefully, and I'm making Andrea nervous.
Just a little bit. It's okay.
Okay. Just need to get up a little bit so I can get my nails in there. There we go. Just grab that edge, peel back. All right, get that die cut out of there. Okay, so now that's through 2. And then I did this. I did not take Andrew's advice, which I should have. There we go. And again, just kind of pull off at an angle to make sure you're not damaging anything.
It's a little bit better at an angle. We'll say I have for paper anyway, but I will say angle just seemed to do it just a little bit better.
There we go. All right, 2 more. All right, so that's that one there, straight through there, straight through there. And the next one here is the white. So same thing we're going to do. Align that up like so. Same step, round 2. right?
Round 3.
Round 3. Gonna line this up here. And put this on just a little bit. Actually, that's fine. We can do that. And put this on.
Perfect. Nice.
Alrighty. Oop. I'll run it through one more time. Another good thing, if you guys have the Cricut Joy and you want to make cards, the Cricut Joy is made just for making cards. And we've had people that made hundreds of them last year. Like hundreds and hundreds of cards all through the Cricut Joy, because those are just set up just to make cards. You get the little, you have your little piece, you put them in. We might even try that for one of them to kind of show people how to use the Joy in that way.
Oh yeah, we definitely should try that out.
Yes.
I haven't used the Joy very much, but I have the maker next to my desk, so
Yeah, exactly.
I'll like just use that one. But the Joy is pretty cool. I was thinking about this project. I wondered if I should use the Joy, but I was like, yeah, you know, we don't do a lot of by hand stuff.
No, exactly.
So I figured we'd try something new.
Exactly. We'll do something a little bit different this time around. All right, and then the last one here that we're going to do is we're going to do the card.
The last window.
The last window.
Oh, all these little flowers left over now.
Yeah.
So cute. Sure, we could use them for something too.
Exactly. Now there's
Another
sentiments.
card. Sentiments.
All right, the same thing here. We're going to take this up here. I'm going to line this up to this one. I'm going to put this down on top like that. I'm just reusing the same piece of washi tape. Save the tape. Save the tape.
There's definitely washi tapes that I don't want to use because they're so cute, but you're supposed to use.
Yeah, exactly. You're supposed to use the washi tape.
I'm so bad at that. I love crafts or like
just
the
keeping
supplies.
the supplies.
I'm like, I'll save it for a really good one, and then a really good one, like opportunity, quote unquote, really good. And I'm like, oh, I should use it for this one. I'm like, but is it really good enough? Is it really good enough?
It's like, do I really want to use it on this one? Yes.
I'm trying to use my supplies more.
You have to use it. All right, and then now I think I just about caught up.
Nice. All right, so we have our windows all set up. So I've got the card cut, the white cut, the color, the middle section, and the last one. So the last one is going to be where we're going to be using stamps. So I'm going to take this one aside and hold on to it, and the others I'm just going to set behind me, actually.
Yes, get them out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm also going to get this out of the way too.
Yep. All right.
So we don't need
things around.
the die cut machine.
So because next we're going to use our heat gun, stamps, embellishment ink, black ink, and this little air blower to use, and the heat gun over here. So, okay. Da 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 da. Oh yes, die cut done. Thank you, die cut. All right, so we got our small piece. What?
What did I just do with my? Oh, you moved. Okay, these are my cards.
Yours.
Okay, I was like, what happened? I was like, where did my card go? Okay, yeah, these are mine. We're just having this piece.
Right, the smallest piece.
Got it. Okay. Magic.
All right. So for cards, I did. So we got this. This is I don't know what it's called. I don't know if you guys know what this is called, but it's this really cool, like, it's to keep all your stamps in place. So, because if you've ever tried to stamp something, you're like, it's okay, I'm just gonna stamp it again right over.
To put it right on top of
and
it.
it always ends up like this.
It's like a stamp book.
Yeah.
So it goes bam, bam.
Yeah, I really like this. It makes a lot more sense to me. I also use washi tape in here to keep my piece still. So I'm going to set it down where I want it. I want the stamp to kind of cover as much of the surface as possible.
Sure.
So I'm going to kind
of I see, yeah.
Pick a nice spot.
Yeah.
Alright, and a little bit over. There. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and glue it down.
Glue it down.
Washi tape it down.
Glue it down.
Here we go. Oh wait, no. I forgot one thing. It's just that, this is like a little blank spot in the stamp, and if I put this here, it'll block the stamp, so I'm trying to get it as close to where the blank spot is so it doesn't change the ink.
It doesn't, yeah, I see.
So just a little bit. I think that's okay.
Keep it over.
Yeah, that's
nice.
good.
That'll do it.
Perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to use black ink first because the embellishment ink is or the embellishment. The embellishment powder is embossed powder. I keep saying embellishment.
Embellishment powder.
Embossed powder.
Just embellish it. Boom,
Embellishment
just like
powder
that.
is
It's
black.
embellished.
It comes in different colors. This one, but I don't know if I just don't have a stickier ink. But there's some times when there's like pieces that aren't necessarily the powder's not sticking to sections. So I'm gonna go ahead and put black just to kind of make sure everything's covered. Okay. I think I got everything, and I'm just gonna fold it right over and push it down. I like stamps. I do. They're so cute. Okay. Let's hopefully I got it all. Okay. And yeah, looks pretty good.
Wow, look at that.
Nice. Okay.
There's a lot of good detail in that.
All right, I'm gonna make sure I don't want to move anything.
Yes.
But I also want to clean off my stamp because I'm gonna be using this clear stamp now. So I'm gonna spray a little cleaner on here. Parcho Craft says, "Hey guys, hi."
Hello.
That is Cherie. She was here during XOXO.
Yes, she was.
I miss you guys, by the way.
Yeah, it feels lonely. Without all our
Definitely been,
influencer friends.
Like quieter.
It's
like
much quieter.
Our week was such a
So eventful.
It was
the
so
last
eventful.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Miss everybody.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. I think this is about clean now. Carolina's Creations is also on.
Hello.
Hi. Alright, okay, I think that's pretty much cleaned. And then let it dry a little bit. And I'm gonna use the embossing.
The embossing,
ink.
yes. The
So
embossing.
it's clear. This one says watermark stamp pad. It's like it looks white or even clear kind of, and you just kind of stick it on here as much as possible. I want lots of it on the stamp. Yeah, we're trying not to move.
Yeah.
Well, this is pretty stuck on here, but just FYI, we don't like if you don't. Oh, I'm gonna lift it up really quick and put it back. Don't do that. It won't work
Keep it
the
there.
same.
Keep it there.
Yeah. Okay. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Carolina's Creation says we miss you guys. Oh, we miss you too. Aw, we miss you. All right, and now I'm just going to put it over and squish.
Press that down.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this white page, by the way, this paper. I need something to put it on. Oh, I forgot the chalk pad.
I was about to say.
It's before the clear. Oh, it's
it
okay.
is?
You can use it. Yeah.
Yay, I get to use it.
All right, it's on. Lift up. I'm gonna take it off of here. Okay. I'm just gonna pour a bunch of this powder on it. This embossing powder. It's really cool. All right. I get to pour a lot on it. See, the reason you kind of want
wow.
something behind it, yeah.
That much?
Yeah, you put it all over.
Okay.
Because you're gonna put it back in the little.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter, yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be more for you.
I was about to say, like, you're using the whole thing.
So you just kind of pour it over, tip it, kind of shake it off, tap it, tap,
Oh, I see what's happening.
tap,
I
tap.
see what's
Yeah?
happening. Yeah.
Isn't it cute? You can even already tell it looks darker.
Yeah, it does look much darker.
I'm gonna take this. All right, and the reason you put the paper behind it is because you're gonna want to put this powder back because there's a lot left over. So I'm just gonna scoop it right here, fold my paper like a little taco, and pour it all back. So now Jeremy can use it.
Yeah, okay. So, same thing. I'm gonna line my card up here. Kind of take a look. Put this in. Let's try right there.
I've got on here. I'm gonna go and use my little blower here at its lowest setting. I think it's at the lowest setting, and try and blow the excess off because
We'll
I
find out
don't
in a
want
second.
the extra on the side. It's not bad. It's just I kind of want it as clean as I can get. So I'm just gonna go aside and blow a little off. Alrighty. That's the air blower, not the heat gun.
Yes, exactly. Yes, you don't want to put the heat gun on there yet. Alright, so walking back through it. I'm putting ink down on this, right?
Yep.
Not moving my stamp around, not moving my card around. A nice layer of ink on there. Alright.
Yep.
Ooh.
Careful.
Ooh. Closing this on top of it. Pressing down on it. Alright. Okay.
If you guys are just joining us, we are making a window card, which is right here. Got a little look here. And we are doing this in support, or I guess awareness, for Cards for Cubs, the nonprofit we sponsor that is got a goal of sending 100,000 cards, handmade cards, to kids and young adults in foster care. So if you guys want to check that out, we've got all the information you could ever want on our website, cardsforcubs.org.
Yes.
And it's really great. I hope you guys are signing up for emails too, because we are always sending out more information on those.
Absolutely.
Following the Instagram, which is at the Cards for Cubs. And we're really excited about it. We've got a lot of great people that are already like tagging us in photos of the cards that they're making, and we've got some already coming in. I think we already have 3,000 sent in.
I think we have more than that. Last time I checked, I can actually tell you. Last time I checked, we have 4,900 cards that are already here.
Already here?
Already here.
Oh my god! That's so great.
Yes,
oh, yay!
I like our little system. It actually tells us everything that's going on.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
In real time?
In real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as soon as they put it in.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So now what do I do with the chalk
Now
pad?
this is dried. All right. And the chalk pad, okay, so the chalk pad is so that way the embossing powder doesn't stick to just like random places. It's trying to like kind of get a coat in there. So when you put the other ink, the embossing ink on there, it'll be fine, it'll soak through. But like this is, you just kind of rub it on there. But wait, before you do, I need to, wait, where's this? Clean off the back because it will,
from the window
ink
card.
will smudge. I learned that the other day. Okay.
Okay, nice.
Now go for it.
Okay. So you just
kind of
like this?
Yeah, you kind of, here, let me see.
Mm-hmm.
You're just going to kind of get it like this. And you just kind of put it, oh no, don't move it. Do.
Okay, so
There was also saw someone just kind of like go around too like that.
Okay,
And the stamp, we had a question. What was it?
The stamps that we have are these.
The ink pads. This one's Tailored Expressions. This one's Versamark.
And
I
then,
don't know.
The stamp itself is, I'm not sure which this one's from. I think this one's just from Amazon.
It might be just from Amazon.
I think this one's just from Amazon. So search like flower full card or something along that lines on Amazon, and you should find that one.
I think you're good on the chalk.
Okay.
And the embossing powder is Wow Embossing Powder.
Wow.
Wow! Okay. Here is your...
I feel like I'm going climbing.
Rock climbing, get the chalk in your hand.
Yep. All right, and then embossing powder. Right. Or not powder. I'm doing so. Ooh, goodness. That's stickier than I thought it was.
Parchment Craft says, I use this for my ICP project.
Oh.
Nice. Ooh, I'm excited to see it. We have, so the ICP project is when our design team, they send us a bunch of projects. So our design team is broke up into smaller teams.
Yes.
And they each kind of, I guess they're competing against each other, but they're sitting in their projects and we take pictures, and that's how we get the lookbooks that you see on our website. There are 2 lookbooks currently, Design Team 7 lookbook and Design Team 8 lookbook. Design Team 8 lookbook is a lot of Christmas stuff, which is really cool. You should check it out. I know we're not in Christmas anymore, but guys, it's
still,
really cool.
Well, if you're getting ready, you should be getting ready.
Plus, it's not just like it's Christmas themed, but if you look at the projects themselves, you can use it for any like holiday or celebration or just decoration. So definitely something to look at.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Just gonna place it over here and move my crap the way.
Okay.
Oh, I smudged it. I forgot that I haven't heated gunned this. I forgot I hadn't heat gunned that yet. All right, and just pour powder all over it.
Pour powder everywhere. Okay, here we go. Everywhere?
All over the card.
Oh my goodness. I feel like am I pouring too much?
You're doing great.
I feel like oop. Oop. Whatever. I'm just using the rest of it. Okay, there
Fantastic.
we go.
And you just kind of lift it to the side. Oh gosh.
Okay, yes. Just kind of get it everywhere.
And tap, tap, tap. Nice.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Now you just put the extra embossing powder back into its little container.
Okay.
Now hold on to this for you.
Okay, thank you.
Blue 49349 says, what are you making? We are making a window card. We are doing this for Cards for Cubs. We are spreading awareness because this is the month where we're collecting cards. Our goal this year is 100,000 cards.
Yes.
This month to get in.
For 100,000 kids and small and young adults.
Small adults.
Young adults in foster care.
Okay, so go ahead and take this gently and use a little air blower and just kind of get the excess off. Okay, move that aside. We also have our heat gun. So I learned that you should try and heat the back first, and it helps for two reasons. One, it helps stick to the paper, the embossing powder, and two, it helps with warping.
Oh.
Didn't know that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and heat the back. There.
Sorry, sound guys. All this noise.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and heat the front.
And then you'll start seeing it rise up a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of melts into place. There you go.
There it is. There it is. And so what we're going for is kind of like that three-dimensional effect look going on. As you can see right now, it's still pretty flat, right? That's currently what we have. But then once Andrea's done with it, we'll kind of have a nice 3D look to it.
I think.
Yeah.
All of it right. Back down. Then we have a question. Can you donate cards anytime? Really? Let me see. Good. Can you donate cards anytime? Do you want? It's a good question, but I don't want the air blower to go over it.
Yeah, 1 second.
So hold off. I'm gonna have an answer for you in just a second.
Once Jeremy's done playing, you can even hear me right now. Sorry, Luke. Ah, look at that.
Oh, that's good. Nice. Perfect. All right, the question is, can you donate cards anytime? Really, we only collect cards in March. This is mostly so we can get them all together, counted, and then
Sorted.
yeah, and then what's it
And
called?
shipped.
Kind of like inventoried, you could say, like
Yeah.
so we know how many we have to send out, so we don't promise people cards and then they can't get them because we are all of a sudden out because we didn't know how many cards we had.
Yes. Yeah.
So really, we're accepting in March. Of course, if you sent it like a little after or something, we were not going to be like, send them away. We cannot accept
No.
these. But
Well-
really, March is the collecting time.
Yes. The deadline is the 31st, but as Andrea said, we're not just going to turn cards away if they come a little bit after that, but try to get them in the 31st because it's easier for us to do all the counting and get everything ready to go. And it helps us plan out the rest of the year.
Yeah.
All right. There we have it.
And also, just FYI, some of the card guidelines are
Yes.
we are accepting birthday and encouragement cards. So that's like, of course, birthday one, pretty straightforward. Happy birthday. Thank you. Hope you have a great birthday. And then encouragement is a little bit more broad, but it's just like
Any type of encouraging sentiments.
yeah, something really kind.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's
absolutely.
just kind. Like, you're wonderful. Have a great day. There I saw. I think our example online is like, if it was a card with a unicorn, you might say something like, "You're as unique as a unicorn," and
Yeah.
you know, something really cute like
Something
that. So
cute,
just-
something funny, something along that lines.
so those are, I think, are one of the card guidelines. The other is that we ask that you send the envelopes and the
Yes.
cards together,
Yes.
because we don't, that means we have to find the envelopes for everything. So it's better if you guys, because sometimes they're a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. Generally, we ask for, I think it is A6, A7, and A2 sized cards. in case,
Yeah,
but
no
especially for
oversized
shipping.
cards. Yeah, it's mainly just for shipping. Yeah, and you have to remember too that the foster care agencies themselves are the ones that are going to have the cards, and so they need all this stuff so that they can write in the cards effectively and mail them out if they choose, or send them off. However it is that they want to do it.
Right. So inside of your cards they could have like a short sentiment, like right here, happy birthday or something, but don't fill it up because that's where the social workers would put something more personal to that kid down. All right, everyone, we did it.
We did do it.
So now I just gotta glue these down. So we've got our stamped and embossed page, our colored, and our back.
Excellent.
And then of course the card itself. So we're just gonna glue it down and we are good to go.
All right.
But if you want more information on Cards for Cubs, you can check out the website cardsforcubs.org. If you're on Barely Art, you can go on our Instagram. I believe the link is in our bio right now. And of course, sign up for emails because we are sending out information all the time on those.
Absolutely, yeah. And just go to that registration page if you want to register. Please register before you send your cards because that helps us keep track of everything. Make sure that you're in the system and make sure that we are receiving the exact cards that you are promising. Alrighty. Now this is the easy part for us.
Oh yeah, this is what we're used to.
We know how to glue. We're an adhesive company, so
we got this step down.
Easy.
I'm gluing. I don't know how you guys glue, but my tip, which is something I do by accident a lot, is I start gluing on this side, and then there's glue where it's not covered. So I'm going on the back.
Yes.
Of the covering page.
Indeed.
Oops.
Always try to go on the backs of your pages. Sometimes it's not always possible, but usually best to go on the back or whatever doesn't have, holes in it. Sometimes they both have holes and it's hard to do.
Yeah.
But usually, like if you're doing any of our SVGs, we usually make it so it's pretty obvious. We usually don't have something that you can see behind it and in front of it. Like it's really weird.
Also, just FYI, card makers, if you are looking at our SVGs and because we have SVGs that are, I guess, are two-dimensional SVGs, like gnomes or animals, and those on Barely Art do have line drawings if you want to print those out.
Yes, they do.
Like digi-stamps, and color those in and use those. Also, cardsforcubs.org has a few of its own digi-stamps that you can use. And we also have some free sentiments to look at if you aren't really sure what to put on your cards.
Yes.
We're trying to make it as easy as possible for you guys, and also fun, so we can get as many cards as possible for those kids.
Absolutely.
And young adults. All right.
Nice and flattened.
And just like that, I have a window card. Ta-da!
There it is. There we have it. So you can kind of see, I want to show you guys. Oh, wow, look at that. You can kind of see the embossing and the shine that's going on there. That's what that embossing powder does. That's why it's so important for these types of cards. So it's something you can't do just with printing, right? You can see all that going on. It look really good.
I like the embossing powder. It was kind of like the last second ad, and I was like, you know what? This could use a little something. I really like the way it came out. So this is our window card. No SVG this time, but again, I think if you watch this and you could apply this sort of idea to a SVG cut.
Oh, yeah.
And, we hope that you guys enjoyed this, and also you want to go check out cardsforcubs.org because we still have a whole month to get through, and we want as many cards as possible.
Absolutely.
We want you guys to participate. We really enjoy all the beautiful cards that come in, and I know the kids and young adults in foster care will really appreciate them too. All right, I think that's all we have for you guys today. So if you want, also this is getting recorded and will be on YouTube later. So I hope you guys have a great day. Join Cards for Cubs, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, we will.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.